Welcome back, everybody, to another edition of Talking with Heroes talk show program. I am Bob Calvert, your host. Ron Link, retired Army Ranger, behind the camera. We're on www.talkingwithheroes.com, our online news site. Thank you for your service.us. And we're still here in Iraq. We're at Camp Ramadi now, and we're with the 2nd Brigade, 82nd Airborne Echo Company, the 407th Brigade Support Battalion out of Fort Bragg. And we're here with the company commander, Captain James Costigan. I'm sorry. Okay. Why don't you hold the mic up, introduce yourself, tell them about yourself, how long you've served, and where you're from.
I'm Captain Costigan. I'm a military brat, but my parents are currently living in Havre de Grace, Maryland. I've been in service now 6 years. Our primary job is the Echo Company. We're a forward support company, and our primary responsibility is to support 1st Battalion, 325th Infantry, Airborne Infantry Regiment. All 5 companies that fall within our span, we provide all the support they need when it comes to food, water, ammunition, fuel, and any sort of maintenance support that they need as well. We've got roughly just under 100 paratroopers within the company, and the specialties that they entail range from mechanics to truck drivers to fuel operators, and then we actually have within our headquarters section a section of DFAC managers and cooks.
As paratroopers, though, you haven't had much opportunity to do drops, right?
No, we most of the time when we're jumping back at Fort Bragg, which is where we're from. But out here in Iraq, we haven't done any jumps, no. Okay.
Now, you've had a previous deployment to Afghanistan, right?
Yes, when I was in Afghanistan, I served as the SPO transportation, and I coordinated most of the movements within the country of Afghanistan.
Okay, talk about your troops and under your command, the job they're doing out here.
Well, the troops that we have right now, for example, today we've got command maintenance, so the rifle companies will bring their trucks through, and our mechanics will come in, do any preventative maintenance that needs to be done, identify any faults, and then once those faults are identified, they'll make sure that the correct parts get on order so that we can go ahead and fix those trucks so that the rifle companies can go out and complete their mission. Our 88 mics, who are our drivers, will roughly go out every other night. That schedule depends from here to there, but they'll drive all the necessary supplies when it comes to food, water, and fuel so that our outstations are always well supplied and they can continue to do their mission.
Okay, and we're going to go actually get a little tour of one of your facilities, right?
Right behind here is our maintenance bay, and currently we've got mechanics working on trucks, currently doing their preventative maintenance as we speak.
Okay, talk about care packages and what they mean to you.
The care packages out here have been a huge morale booster. I personally have received several letters from elementary schools just talking about how proud they are of us. I know several of the paratroopers have received care packages when it comes to personal hygiene, some of the comforts from home when it comes to candy, baked pies that we can throw in the microwave are always nice to have, and they've been a real morale booster. And to everyone out there who has been sending those care packages, thank you very much, and we really appreciate all the support you're giving our troopers.
Okay, why don't you give a shout out to family and friends back home?
Mom, Dad, reporting from my motor pool in Camp Ramadi, Iraq, your son, Captain Costigan.
Thank you very much. Thank you for your service to our country.
You're very welcome.
Okay, so I guess we're going to move now over. We're going to talk to your lieutenant.
No, this is Chief Grey.
Chief Grey. We're going to talk to him, and then we're going to go over to the maintenance pool.
Yes.
Okay, folks, you're hearing it here on TalkingWithHeroes.com. Why don't you introduce yourself with your rank and how long you've served, where you're from?
My name is Warrant Officer 1, Maurice Grey. Been in the military 14 years now. Really enjoy and love what I do.
So you've been in 14 years. Is this your first deployment?
No, this is actually my 6th deployment. First time to Iraq. I've been to Afghanistan 5 times, so trying to build up some real estate out here.
Where are you from?
I'm originally from Oakland, California.
Okay. Talk about what you do here.
Well, my job over here, overall mission is to supply maintenance support for our battalion. Maintenance support, we range from repairing radios, as small as repairing radios to as big as repairing trucks, big trucks.
Okay, and you're going to take us over and we're going to get a little tour?
Yeah, I'm going to take you over and actually show you exactly what my guys do on a day-to-day basis, which is it's pretty impressive. Really
okay.
Impressive.
Why don't you share with the American people a little bit about care packages, or you've been getting them, and what it means for you?
My wife loves me, so she sends me stuff like my commander was saying, anything ranging from personal hygiene to baked cookies to Twizzlers, anything that you prefer, that the people that love you, they know that you like. We do appreciate the care packages that we do receive. We get care packages from elementary schools, high schools, and different types of organizations. They are really a morale booster, and we really do appreciate what the American people do and how they support us in our mission here in Iraq.
Okay, before we head over there, why don't you give a shout out to some family and friends back home?
Give a shout out to my wife, my son, both my daughters, my dad. I got 50 million nieces and nephews. I love you guys. Thank you, and just keep supporting what we do over here.
Great. Okay, well, thank you for your service to our country.
Thank you.
Let's go ahead and we'll follow you over.
Okay.
Okay, come on, folks, let's go. We're going to go over now and inside the maintenance. Okay, Warrant Officer Maurice Grey. We're here actually outside the motor pool. Why don't you share a little bit about what people are seeing on the camera?
All right, right now, right behind me, this is what we call our death row. It's where the vehicles that don't work, they're broke. We stick them here until we can get the parts in for them. Once we get the parts in, we move them in the bay, give them mouth-to-mouth resuscitation, take them on a road test, make sure they're good, and then return them to the owners. So right now, these vehicles here, we're just waiting on parts to come in for them. Once the parts come in, they'll be good to go.
Okay, there's an area behind us too?
Back here? The area behind me, straight ahead, that's where we park all our fuelers. Okay. We have a bunch of fuelers that's, actually we got a couple that's in the bay, I believe, or around back, but this is where we park them. Right here to my right, this is where we so-called make it happen. This is where all the maintenance is done behind these T-walls. So if you want, we can head over there and I can show you how operations.
Okay, let's head over there then.
Okay, well today what we do is we call command maintenance. Command maintenance is when we designate a particular rifle company come in, they bring their trucks in, they do their preventive maintenance on it, and I have my mechanics double check to make sure these vehicles are good to go when they're out on the road. What you're looking at now, this particular vehicle right here is a RG33. Normally the operators of the vehicles, they bring the vehicles down here and they assist my mechanics with the maintenance. So the program that we have is really good. It's Army driven. Everybody does it. They just might do it differently. I do mine's a little bit different, but the end result is just to make sure that these vehicles are capable of doing what they need to do when the riflemen are out on the road. That's what we do. Normally when a vehicle goes down, if it's something that we can fix right on the spot and it's not time consuming, we pull it in, we get the part put on, and we get it out of here so those guys can continue on with their mission and do what they do out there on the road. Over here to my front left, we got what we call like a bench stock. These parts we normally keep out here, so our mechanics will have ready available to them. Right here we have a 10K forklift. It's actually deadline, which means it's non-operable. We're just waiting on parts for it. Of course, we have the normal tradition, basketball goal in the motor pool. Keeps the morale up. You know, every time my soldiers, they get a break, they get the ball and they come out here and shoot. I might get out here with them I'm an old man, so I might get out here and try to shoot around with them at times. Also, what we have, sir, you really can't see it, but this container right here is kind of where my guys go out and they hang out. We have AC in there, refrigerator, where we keep water and things of that nature so they can get out the heat and take breaks. This is kind of the hangout area for my soldiers. They do some work in here when they have to research parts and look up stock numbers to order parts for our vehicles. They normally come in here. We have a desk back there. We have a computer they can work on. Of course, you have to have AC or everybody will burn up. Refrigerator full of water. So they come in here and they sit down and they do a lot of the administrative work in here. You know, my office is in a different location. So, but they come in here, they do their administrative work, and then once they get done, they bring the paperwork to me, and we make it happen in that office. Great. But this is a great deal for them, and they enjoy it. Right now, Bob is climbing up into a vehicle that we call a RG-33L, known as the RG-33 Lima. It's a pretty big vehicle, as you can see. Of course, when you're climbing into the vehicle, you're supposed to keep at least 3 points of contact for safety purposes. I got one of my mechanics in there right now doing minor repairs, checking some things out. So, Bob, can you tell us what you see?
Well, I see a lot of buttons and switches and all kinds of stuff up here, and the gunner is behind me here. This is definitely different than riding in the back like we do on the MRAPs and the Humvees to sit up front here. There's a lot for the troops to keep track of up here, I'll tell you that, with all the buttons and everything. There's devices here that have more buttons on them, and I know there's security stuff up here, communications gear. They're talking to the other MRAPs or the other vehicles in the convoy, and they're talking back to the people at the base, talking to the Iraqis that are on the mission with them, and so yeah, this is really neat. I've never gotten to do this before. Now what I just did is a lot harder when you guys get up there because you got your body armor on, your Kevlar, all your ammunition. We'll talk about that.
Yeah, Bob made it look easy, but normally you have your kit on, which is your standard ILTV, and you have your ACH on with your ammo and a bunch of extra stuff that you have to carry. It's anywhere from roughly around about 60 pounds. Heavier, so when you climb in and out the vehicles, it's like a small workout. So Bob made it look easy, but it's really not that easy when you have all the gear on.
And the gunner, of course, he's standing up, he's resolving.
Yeah.
He's got all the gear on too.
At the top there, that's the turret. We have a guy that normally goes up there and mans the gun. So when he gets on the truck, he puts on a harness, a restraint system. And he gets up there, and when they're out on the road, he plays a major part in pulling security for the convoy.
We'll go back around.
Yes.
Yeah.